Hello and welcome back to another edition of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. I'm your host, Nick Pendrell, and joining me as ever is my co-host, Mr. Dave D. How you
Good
doing?
morning, Nick. Yeah, absolutely fine. Nice outside today, feeling good.
Good. I'm sure we're going to have a good interview.
We are.
Because our guest today is Luke Cook from Global Marine. Luke, welcome along to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I'm happy to be here.
Great, great. Looking forward to finding out all about your company, which I believe is Global Marine.
It is. Global Marine's been around for about 2 years now in the Pattaya region. I originally set Global Marine up because I saw a little bit of a shortfall over here for quality vessels at reasonable prices.
Right.
When I was younger, I grew up on boats with my father, and I had some good memories. I got some young children, and it was something I wanted to share with them. And I'm sure there's lots of other people in similar situations. So safety is a big friend of mine. I work in the offshore industry for about 10 years. So some of these tire-built boats, which some are very good and some are not so good. So I wanted something safe. I wanted something affordable. The best way to do that was to import it.
So where are the boats coming from?
Well, they come from all around the world. Most of the current boats are coming out of America because they're quite affordable there, and they build a good quality boat there. So I now am importing. I keep a stock of maybe 4 or 5 boats here in Pattaya, which customers can test and use or buy direct, or I can import on behalf of.
So what's the process? I mean, you know, like, do you have sort of people that sort of like, you've got a catalogue of boats that people look at and say, I want one of those, or do you just bring on spec, on your spec?
Every customer is different, and we work with the customer and the needs they have. I have agents in about 5 different states throughout America and a few in Europe, a couple in Australia. So the customer basically can come to me, tell me the needs. Some of them know exactly what they're looking for. They said, I would like this boat, this is my budget, can we get this boat to Thailand? Which we work with that budget and we find the boat for them. Other people don't know what they're looking for, and we work with them to find out what's going to be best for their needs. With the boats that we hold in stock here, if they're not sure about what they want to do or what they're looking for, you know, we're open to charters, so we take people out and they can have that experience. They can be a boat owner without being a boat owner, which is pretty important. You know?
What sort of size range of boats do you deal with? I know nothing about boats.
Well, we do all sizes, anything up to 50, 60 foot down to sort of 18 foot. A market that's been very big in the last couple of years is boats from 24 to 28 foot.
What sort of capacity is a 24, 28 footer? Again,
they're very different. Some are bow riders, which you have seating for about 10 people. You can sit at the front, you can sit at the back. A very good day boat. They all to American safety standards, fire extinguishers built in. Everything's there, very safe for your family, which is good. Others have a small cabin, which you could sleep overnight if you want, and other ones are luxury sports cruisers, which have air conditioning, televisions, microwave showers, everything you're looking for. But a lot of people think that boating is for millionaires and things like that. And I set Global Marine up to make it affordable for everyone. And you can have yourself a luxury cruiser with 4 berths, showers, toilet, microwaves, everything you need to stay a weekend, a week, whatever you like on your boat for under 2 million baht. And
yeah, because I always thought boats are for oligarchs.
Exactly right.
Crazy prices. That's actually quite, you know, compared to a luxury car, that's not that much more.
It's not. It's really not. And I mean, what you can do with your boat and with your family and make them memories, it's...
And as we've spoken on different programs, Luke, I mean, you know, we've spoken to people before that have, you know, they take people out on boats, and we were speaking on a program before that, you know, 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away on a boat, and it's another world.
It's some of the most pristine waters you'll find.
I mean, it opens up another world, doesn't it?
Yes, for sure, for sure. And I mean, all the umbrellas and tourists on the beach, although they're fun to have here and they keep our businesses running and things like that, within 15, 20 minutes you can be at deserted beaches with white sand and coral and fish, and a lot of people don't know that's there. They don't know.
So if I came to you and I said, right, okay, I'm looking for this boat, what have you got? You showed me what it is and I go, yes, I want that one just there. Yes. That's the one I want. For sure. What is the process?
Well, the first process would be, we'd ask for a 10% deposit on the purchase price of the boat. And this is to secure with the agents overseas. All our international contracts are legally binding in Thailand and overseas, and that agent needs to hold that 10% to make an offer on a vessel. So then we will have a look internationally and find the best boat at the best price in the best condition, And once we find that and you agree on it, we make an offer. Once that offer is accepted, we survey the vessel, which you'll get a 20-page independent report telling you everything from compression testing of the engine to quality of the hull.
So are these new or second-hand boats?
Either, but we market as really second-hand.
Yeah, okay.
A boat that's 3-4 years old in America has a 50% devalue rate of a new boat. So
okay.
It's the boat to buy. Because,
And what's the lifespan of a boat?
well, a boat is as good as the person that's taking care of
Sure.
it. And in Thailand, that's not that expensive. It's quite good. The labour's quite cheap. The service is quite good. You can have a boat for 10 years and it can be in very poor condition at the end of 10 years. You could have the same boat for 40 years and it could be very good condition.
Or you could have a boat with an hole in it, it'd last you 10 minutes.
Exactly right. And this is also part of it. I mean, if people are getting into the industry or getting into the hobby or whatever you'd like to call it, it's easily done here. You can go to Ocean Marine. I work closely with Scott down there, the harbour master.
Sure.
He can provide crew for the boat, so you can have deckhands, you can have a skipper that can teach you to drive it, or he can just take it out for the day if you want to relax with your friends.
What about the insurance side of it? I mean, you know, like you're saying, you supply these boats and it all comes with the certificates and everything. Now, I've got a family, you know, I've got my wife, my kids and everything, and I buy the boat from you.
Sure.
How does the insurance side cover a boat and your family? Do you do that side of it?
We do. When I set up the company, I set up the company for importing. A big part of the business now is after-sales care. So the general maintenance of the boat, oil changes, small things that need repairing, anything that needs done, we have a good team that can come in and take care of that. And at very reasonable prices. I have contractors that work direct for me that can come in and charge very small money. A mechanic could work on your boat all day for under 2,000 baht. It's very reasonable. Insurance we do as well. For a rough estimate, a 2 million baht boat could be insured for 20,000 baht for the year, and that's...
Oh, so it's not, it's sort of like,
too bad.
It's sort of like car insurance, I mean,
It's very relative to that, for sure. It's a one-stop shop. You come and see us, we can take care of anything you need.
And what about, sorry, Nick, what about customising? So I've got the boat, I brought it off you, and I bring it over here, and I say to you, I don't really like the inside, but can you change it for me? Yeah,
and it's very affordable here as well, because it's big business here. A lot of nice boats are manufactured here. Most of them are a little bit larger, and they are in the sort of 10 to 15 million baht mark. So there's a lot of skilled labour here that can come in and can do whatever you need doing. Some jobs are best done overseas, so if there's a list of what needs to be done, we also have services that can be done overseas. If someone wanted to replace an engine, put a diesel engine in or something like that, it's best to be done where they manufacture the boat.
Right.
Do you have a main base? Are you based somewhere specific?
Ocean Marina is where we store all our vessels, and we haven't got an office there yet because there are no offices available. It's quite a busy place down there. But we basically come to you, we cater the needs, we share the experience, we give you everything you need to know about this industry, and it's something I am very passionate about. So,
do you work hand in hand with Ocean Marina, like on the mooring side of it?
No, Ocean Marina are an independent company. But when I first started working with Ocean Marina, as in storing boats there and launching them and unloading boats, a lot of boats will come in a container. We unload down at Ocean Marina. I was a little bit surprised at the prices. They're a little bit more than I thought for Thailand, but the service they provide is next to none. It's
and they're building a new
an extension. For sure. But the service is fantastic. They're fully insured. It's the same service that you would get in any international country. They take care of your boat within. If your boat's stored on a trailer, which it's a little bit cheaper to store, if you give them the call, within an hour your boat's in the water. It's ready to go. You hop on there and away you go.
Wow.
When you finish, you hand the keys to the boat boy and he'll take it out, he'll clean the engine. When you come back to it, it's shiny and new.
Great.
Sounds good. You actually answered one of my questions, how do the boats physically get here? Do they get sailed over or...?
Again, depending on the boat, up to about 28 foot, 29 foot, we can get them into a container, which is definitely the cheapest way to import. Once they're here, we unpack them. There's a little bit of reassembly that comes into that. Obviously, fuel and oils and everything get put back in there. We'll take them for a maiden test run with the mechanics and make the minor changes, and then hand the keys over to the customer.
Right.
And this is all part of a fixed cost, so there's no surprises with tax or anything like that. We have very good relationships with Thai customs, so clearing things off the wharf and stuff is not a problem. If you go to the 30-foot, 40-foot boats, they come on flat rack containers, which are a little bit more expensive to move because they're put on top of the ships that come here.
And what's the sort of delivery time? If I said to you today, yep, I want that boat, that's the one I want, how long am I looking at before it's in my possession?
About 2 months.
Which is not too bad.
No, not too long. I mean, if you know what you want and we find the boat, we can have it here within 2 months. A few people spend a month finding and deciding and picking and choosing, because that's half the fun as well. You know?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it's like going into a garage and choosing what car you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
The day, so, I mean,
but I mean, we have a big international team of professionals that this is all they do. They only buy boats, they negotiate prices, and they settle these prices. So no one can really do it better than the people that are there on the ground, you know.
Just one question I'm curious about, Nick, and that is, of course, when you go to a garage, you get like a green book.
Yep.
With it. Does that apply to a boat?
It does, and that's something that we also take care of. It's registration. It's actually a blue book here. Okay. They call it a ship's book. We take care of all that, and we'll add that into the cost of what's done. Basically, you have the safety marine officers come down, they inspect your boat, they look at fire extinguishers, etc., VHF radios, and look over everything, and once they're happy with that, you can have that. The process takes about a month to have a Thai registered vessel. The option of importing would mean you're probably about 40 to 50% below the local market's price if you were importing a boat.
It's a big savings.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And only 5 years ago, it was 200% import tax on a boat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, this has been abolished 5 years ago, which means you're only paying 7% VAT. There's no duty tax. It keeps these boats very affordable.
I mean, 200% would have been...
Yes.
You can imagine
really
how
would
that
be
reflected the price of the local boats.
Absolutely.
And that price is still there because these people have paid that money for them boats.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sure.
We spoke a lot about the buying side of your business, but haven't spoken so much about the charter.
Okay.
What do you offer in terms of charter if I want a boat for me and a bunch of friends?
For sure. The boats that we have in Pattaya at the moment, they're all between 26 and 28 foot, and they cover every span. I try and keep the boats on the ground to show you what your difference can be. One's an express cabin cruiser, which can overnight. I'll be quite comfortable for 4 to 6 people. The other one is a caddy cabin, which has a small sleeping room downstairs and a big seating area outside. The other one is a bow rider, and they are all powered by V8 inboard engines, which are very reliable and quite cheap to maintain.
So people can actually come to you and just say, I want to go out, and can you take me to an island? Can you do this? Can you do that?
They can, and prices, depending on what they want to do, which we custom plan. I mean, we are not set up as a charter business. I work very closely with Pattaya Boat Charter, which we work closely with them as well. But basically, the boats that we have, it's generally the charter comes out with the customers.
Right,
if the customer's interested, they're not sure what they want, what they need to do, they come out with us. I can put a driver in there. They take them out for the day, and show them around.
It just seems like it's a bit of an expansion to what you're doing anyway. I mean, it's there. You've got the boats, and of course, it's natural progression, isn't it?
Exactly right. Exactly right. And they are there, and they need to be used, and they do need to be used. Boats need to be put in the water. Now, all the stock that we hold here is for sale, which is a little bit more expensive than importing, but still relatively cheap compared to the local market. And you pay the money, your boat's right there, everything's done.
Suit Nick right down to ground, being a great seaman, aren't you, Nick?
Oh, absolutely. A bit of a landlubber.
Sure.
What type of nationalities are your buyers, mainly?
Scandinavian. I've got young Thai couples that are buying. A couple of Australian customers, Russian customers. They cover a big broad horizon.
So for everybody.
Sounds good.
So where can people find out more information about your company?
Well, you can go on Facebook and look at Global Marine Solution. If you type in that, you'll find us. We'll pop straight up. It has a good listing of our boats and the services we provide. Or you can go to globalmarinesolution.com, which is our website, and it also has all the information there.
Great.
So that's what everybody should do if they're looking for one of the boats, and sounds like that's the way to do it.
Sure.
Thank you very much for coming to visit us. It's been a pleasure speaking to us and learnt a lot.
Yeah,
and,
no, thank you guys for your time, and for sure.
It's been a pleasure, thank you.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for part 2. We'll be right back.